Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and today I want to talk about Ubisoft Forward, but more specifically, why I don't think Ubisoft really make games for me anymore. After watching Ubisoft Forward, well, at time hopefully it's going up yesterday, so Sunday, the day that it was on, they showed off a few mobile games, and then they showed off kind of four main games, which was Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, or they showed a trailer for Far Cry 6. They showed off Hyperscape, which is their new battle royale thing, and then they showed off Watch Dogs Legions. Now, of all of those games, the one I'm most interested in is Watch Dogs Legions, primarily because it's set in London, and I know Assassin's Creed Valhalla is also set in the UK, and I'm from there, so that obviously has my interest. But what I'm realizing is that Ubisoft primarily just make open world games now, and you know, those games especially for a younger audience anyway, like, they got time to play those games. I don't have time to play every game to be open world. Like, I don't have a problem with getting more games being linear or mission based and stuff. Not everything has to be on like a giant island or in a giant city or whatever. I get why those games exist, because, you know, you can pad them out with content and whatnot, but for me, like, Ubisoft used to do, well, they make Rayman and they also make Splinter Cell. And the unfortunate thing is, in this Forward, we saw Sam Fisher in a trailer for a mobile game, and yet we still haven't seen a new Splinter Cell game. And that sucks. Like, I love Splinter Cell. I think all the Splinter Cell games are good, primarily. I know that they've got varying different reactions from people, but, like, I liked them. Blacklist was a really good game. I got it on Wii U. I'll probably, if I use footage for this talk, it will probably be Splinter Cell Blacklist. But yeah, I realised yesterday, I was like, after watching Watch Dogs Legions, that has an interesting premise of being in London and also being able to recruit people, that could be good. Like, that game could end up being good. I've only ever played the first Watch Dogs, and I'll put my hands up, I like the first Watch Dogs. I know it's not a perfect game by any means. The protagonist is a bit of a dickhead, but, like, I liked it. I heard the second one was probably better, but I liked the first one. And this new one looks interesting, and like I said, it's set in London, and I like stuff like that when it's set in the UK. I wish it was set in some other cities as well, but yeah, that to me was like the most interesting one, because the problem is, like, Assassin's Creed is a series that really has gone so far away from, like, assassinations and being an assassin that, like, I don't really know why they keep calling it Assassin's Creed. Like, the original game where you're, like, playing as Altair and running around at that time period made way more sense as being like an assassin, because it wasn't like, there's no, like, guns, there's no, like, crazy weapons. It's like the whole point is you're trying to assassinate people, you're trying to do stealth stuff and infiltrate, and, you know, generally fighting is bad. And Valhalla looks like a game that could just be called, like, Vikings or something. You know, it could be a different name. Like, it's set in, you know, invading England, and you've got all these crazy abilities you can do and all this other stuff, and it's like, I know that they've got to move the series forward, but, like, I feel like the stealth element of these games is, while it is still there, is really just kind of pushed to the back. And I kind of wish that they would kind of, because they're not making Splinter Cell, I wish Assassin's Creed was more like a stealth game. And I'm probably one of the few people that feels that way, like, in terms of how the series is going, because I know that people love the recent editions of Assassin's Creed over some of the sort of ones that came out in the middle. And it's just a series that I haven't played. Like, my first Assassin's Creed was Assassin's Creed 3, which a lot of people say was really boring and not very interesting, but I actually really like the setting in that game. That one introduced guns, I think, which, you know, again, not great, because you want to be, but, like, being able to run through the trees and jump down on people and stealth kill them that way and stuff was great. But I think that series has kind of lost its way in terms of what I would like from it, from being more about assassination contracts and stuff. Like, kind of like if it was more like Hitman or Splinter Cell or any Metal Gear, even like some of the older Metal Gear games, but it's like more stealth, and it's not as advantageous to get into a fight. I mean, that would be great. But, you know, that's not what people want, clearly. So I'm sure there's some people that feel the same way, but primarily most people want to play, you know, how Assassin's Creed's going. As for Far Cry 6, like, yeah, it was a cool trailer, I don't care. Like, Far Cry, I played a bit of the original, and I've got Blood Dragon, but I've never played Blood Dragon. I've never really played the series, and I'm sure it's pretty good, but, like, they kind of keep pumping them out too many Far Cry games out now. I wish that they would make more time for these games. Give it an extra year in the oven or whatever, you know. Like, I'm sure it'll be good, I'm sure it'll be polished, but like, the problem with Far Cry is it all kind of became very samey after 3. Like, 1 and 2, and then 3, 4, and 5, to my knowledge, are all very, like, different settings. Or 3 and 4 were probably, like, very similar in a lot of ways. Like, I played 4, with a friend, and I enjoyed it, but I don't know how much I'd want to play all of the Far Cry games. And this is my point, and then they've made that Battle Royale game, which I do not care for at all. I grew up on arena shooters. I would like more arena shooters, but yeah, Battle Royales are, you know, are a big popular thing at the moment, and people like them, so it makes sense. But yeah, I would love to see a new Rayman game. I would love to see a new Splinter Cell game, but I don't think we're likely going to get those anytime soon. You know, these Ubisoft are working on games that are primarily open world. Look at Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Look at The Division. Everything they put out now is ginormous, like, open worldy style games. None of their games really interest me, apart from Splinter Cell. Ghost Recon, and back in the day, Rainbow Six used to. But not. They've kind of gone away from what I liked about them. And yeah, it's not. It sucks, because it just means that, like, the last good thing I played by Ubisoft was Mario & Rabbids. And I love that game. I think that game is fucking phenomenal. It's one of the best games on Switch. And it's always on sale, which is great. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, as a company, they've definitely stopped making games that I'm interested in. And it sucks to see someone like Sam Fisher in a mobile game, but doesn't have any recent game. Like, I don't know how long it's been. I mean, I think Blacklist came out in like 2015, 2014, sometime around there. I'm probably a bit off, but it might be 2013, somewhere around there, I think. Might even be longer. It was on the Wii U, so whenever that was around. But yeah, you know, and that sucks. And the other thing is, they show off they keep using the Might and Magic license, but they haven't made a good Might and Magic, or Heroes of Might and Magic, or a good Might and Magic game in so long. And that's like what sucks about it the most. Is like, that's a series. I mean, if you didn't know, I love Heroes of Might and Magic 3. The second one's also good. I've played 4 and 5 and 6, but I can't remember much about them. But 3 is like the gold standard for that series. What are they doing now? Making a mobile game, and they've got an auto chess game out. Like, that isn't why I like that series. I like that series because it was a good turn-based game with really cool factions in it, fantastic visuals for its time, really good music, and Ubisoft just squandered the license. Heroes of Might and Magic 7 was utter trash. It had no love, a string shoe budget. It's like, come on, this is like an iconic PC game. This is what people were playing on the PC. If you want to, like, you could easily port it to consoles. I wish they would just make a version that was on consoles and PC that was good, like 3 and 5. I mean, I personally think 5 was pretty good. You know, that would be so much better. But they don't do that. Instead, they just squander this bloody license of this game. I wish someone would, like... It's one of those things that you know that an indie studio could do a better job than the actual company themselves. So yeah, I don't know. It sucks to know that Ubisoft just don't really make things for me anymore. I mean, I kind of don't... They've done some dodgy things in the last few years as they've gotten bigger and bigger. And quite frankly, you know, they're not quite on my list of boycotting yet. But they're very close to being on it, and you know, I do it game by game now, really. But yeah, it just sucks. I know that they're doing another Ubisoft Forward later this year. Everyone's going the Nintendo Direct route now, but like, all I wanted to see was just like, you're doing something with the Splinter Cell license. Like, that series is so good. Like, every game in it is so good, and instead, we're seeing him in that, and we're not seeing Rayman, and you know, like, I don't know. I mean, they make Brawlhalla, which is okay, but the thing is, if I can play that or Smash, I'm going to play Smash. It is free to play, though, so... But yeah, I don't know, it's just, I kind of need to get this off my chest, like, with Ubisoft. It's unfortunate, it's one of those things that I would like them to announce some stuff that I'm more interested in, but I get that, like... And also releasing Watch Dogs in October, at the end of October, and then, like, 3 weeks later releasing Assassin's Creed. That's kind of weird. That is kind of weird. I will say, I am looking forward to Gods and Monsters, because that's very looking like that. The leaked footage of that looked like Breath of the Wild, so that's pretty good. So hopefully that game's good. But yeah, other than that, they just do not make games for me anymore. Like, I don't want every game to be open world. I want more linear style, mission-based games and things like that. Nothing wrong with open world games, but I don't need everything to be open world. So thank you very much for listening to me ramble on about Ubisoft for about 10 minutes-ish. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe. Tell me what you think. Like, are you a fan of Ubisoft games? Do you like the fact that open world, everything's open world now? Whatever, the comment section's down there if you want to have a chat. Links for Facebook and Twitter, as always. And until next video, I will see you then.